So we're fine, as long as nobody teleports any bread.
Question.
What's your question, soldier?
I teleported bread.
What?
You told me to.
How much?
I have done nothing but teleport bread for 3 days.
The Soldier, a crazed man who attempted to join the U.S. Army, though was rejected. Despite this, he decided to take up arms himself and just annihilated Nazis for years. Hey, what can I say? Gotta respect the guy. From there, he'd become a mercenary for Manco and the Team Fortress. Now, that was a lot shorter than I expected it to be. I don't feel uncomfortable saying that Team Fortress 2 is hands down one of the most popular video games of all time. It defined its genre and it's still being loved and talked about to this day. Now, granted, that usually takes the form of memes, but honestly, that's still an amazing legacy. And holy crap, it's hilarious.
This is a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
So naturally, a lot of people would really love to see one of the mercenaries join Smash Bros. The question then becomes, well, who? Most people would say the Heavy, which does make the most logical sense. He does feel like the main character of the game if there is one. But upon viewer request, today we'll be looking at what this Rocket Man could look like if he joined Smash Bros. So let's go ahead and ask, what if the Soldier joined Smash Bros? Soldier! The Soldier will be an interesting fighter to say the least. An offensive fighter through and through, Soldier relies on long-range firearms like most TF2 mercs, usually opting for a rocket launcher. Not that he won't be good on the melee side though, he's got lots of options on that end. And actually keeping up with that idea, I can't even tell you much about his fighting style, outside of the fact he's a little bit all over the place, a little bit of an all-rounder mix-up fighter. I'll explain it in more depth as we go along, but Soldier's playing style is in your hands, more so than you think. Soldier will be a heavyweight, though on the lighter end, sitting around Terry. His walk speed is a little slow, sitting around Captain Falcon's, though his initial dash and run speed are faster due to sitting around Wario. His air speed's around Shulk's, with Wario coming back for his fall speed. He'll have 2 jumps and all extra movement options, that being the wall climb, wall jump, and crawl. For his stage entrance, Soldier rides in on the base jumper, landing and readying himself to fight. For Soldier's taunts, I actually had a much easier time with it because, while TF2 already has taunts, a lot of the normal taunts are related to the primary, secondary, and melee weapons of the class. And those taunts are just going to be Soldier's taunts in Smash Bros. So getting right into it, Soldier's up taunt has him stance up and go for a salute, but instead throws up an L on his forehead, saying,
Maggots!
This is his primary taunt from endgame. His side taunt has Soldier pull out his grenades and a spare rocket before he just starts juggling them, while just laughing. This is his secondary weapon taunt. And his down taunt has Soldier just start screaming before he hits his helmet with his shovel. This is his melee weapon taunt, unsurprisingly. As for his ults, Soldier's default is his red team outfit, which is his standard look. His second will follow suit and be his standard blue team outfit. Now, some of you might be pointing out that I haven't mentioned the infamous Team Fortress 2 hats yet. I mean, it's one of the biggest parts of the game, let's be honest. Well, guess what? They're here now! His third ult will be a military green recolor, wearing the Soldier's stash hat. His fourth ult will be a military beige color, wearing the stainless pot hat. His fifth ult will be a gray recolor, wearing the Tyrant's helm hat, which is a very popular hat from what it seems. His sixth ult will be a purple recolor, wearing the Killer's Kabuto hat. Now let's change it up a bit for Soldier's 7th ult, which will put him in his veteran's attire outfit, wearing the Team Captain hat. And his 8th ult will be the Machine Soldier from the Man vs. Machine game mode. This will make all of his voice lines sound a lot more, well, robotic. And for his victories, Soldiers first has him perform his fresh brewed victory taunt, having him put one foot on a bag of beans while drinking a nice cup of joe, letting out a satisfying or saying,
Mission accomplished.
His second has him perform his Soldier's Requiem taunt, having him pull out a fake tombstone and kneeling behind it saying,
You will not be missed.
or...
You're dead, that's good, amen.
And his final has Soldier rest his rocket launcher on his shoulder before he gives a soldier's salute. A surprisingly respectful victory for Soldier of all characters. All of Soldier's attacks have a 3% chance to perform a critical hit, which does double the damage of the original move. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't worry, it won't be as much of a problem as you might think it is, unless you get a critical hit smash attack. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. For Soldier's jab, he'll use his iconic shovel, swinging it from high to about right in front of him, then swings it again, but with the back of the shovel, essentially backhanding the opponent. His forward tilt has Soldier swing his shovel horizontally, hitting opponents with its backside. It does solid damage and comes out fairly quick, though has smaller hitboxes due to the shovel's size. The same can be said for all attacks that use the shovel as well. This move references what he did to Spy during Meet the Soldier. For his up tilt, Soldier will swap weapons to the disciplinary action, swinging it from low to high and a bit over. It's quick, but it is weaker. His down tilt uses the disciplinary action again, crouching and swinging it horizontally. And his dash attack has Soldier use his head, quite literally. He'll ram into opponents and, if he connects with one, he'll ram his elbow into them, then hook them to bring them both down. It deals amazing damage, moves Soldier even farther, and grapples opponents to the ground, at the cost of lots of end lag. Best used in an advantage state or if you know you're gonna get the kill. Let's get a little wild for Soldier's forward smash, which will have him pull out his shotgun, specifically the panic attack, and upon release, shooting a full round of 6 shots. It deals solid damage, comes out quick, but has a bit of end lag as he empties the shells. His up smash has Soldier use his escape plan pickaxe, charging it low to the ground before unleashing a powerful swing upwards. It's overall a solid attack, but has minor end lag. And his down smash has Soldier use his escape plan once again, charging it to his side with both hands. He then unleashes a powerful slam downwards. It's faster than one may think, but the end lag makes him vulnerable after use. It is a little bit more unconventional because you would expect something like this for his forward smash, but it will still have its uses. Now from my research, I learned one big thing about the Soldier. Market Gardener go hard. So get ready because here it is now. And all the attacks using the Market Gardener are really powerful. Just a little bit of a catch-all. His neutral air has Soldier swing the Market Gardener horizontally, but it's angled down towards his feet. It might be a little bit low of a hitbox, but man is it quick. His forward air has Soldier swing the Market Gardener from high to low right in front of him. His back air has Soldier turn around and swing the Market Gardener from low down to about right in front of him in a crescent uppercut slash. His up air has Soldier swing the Market Gardener in a high arc. It has smaller horizontal range, but amazing vertical range. Would best be used on pesky opponents trying to stay above Soldier or to fight those that are on platforms. And his down air has Soldier ditch the Market Gardener and use the Man-Treads to just stomp on opponents, like Ganondorf's down air. This will send opponents flying down. Soldier grabs with one hand and pummels by just headbutting the opponent. His forward throw has Soldier take a more brute force approach to his rocket launcher as he swings it right into the opponents to launch them. His back throw has Soldier aggressively toss the opponent behind him to the ground before blasting them with a grenade to send them even farther. His up throw has Soldier use his kamikaze taunt, with him pulling the pin on a grenade then tossing it up before it explodes, launching both him and the opponent. It will also deal damage to both, with Soldier getting minimal damage and knockback, but the opponent getting launched high up and dealt lots of damage. And his down throw has Soldier use his neck snap taunt, snapping the neck, or closest thing to one, and letting the opponent drop to the ground. It deals great damage and leaves the opponents open to a follow-up, but it will not launch them at all whatsoever. And now for Soldier Specials, where you'll be really deciding on how you play as this American powerhouse. For Soldier's neutral special, he'll use his iconic rocket launcher. Soldier pulls out his rocket launcher, loads and fires it. Once fired, the rocket will go at a moderate speed, traveling almost the full length of Final Destination. A point-blank shot will deal a ton of damage and knockback, but even at its farthest distance, it will deal solid damage. It can be angled in all directions, minus straight up or down. It can't be spammed, but it doesn't suffer from much end lag. Is it complicated? Well, no. But the rocket launcher is a trusty and reliable option for the soldier. Now for Soldier's side special, it'll be an even more reliable option with the shotgun. Soldier pulls out his shotgun and fires it. The farther the bullet goes, the higher the damage falls off. At almost the length of Final Destination, it does a measly 3 damage, with Point Blank doing 9 damage. Everything else in between the two will do somewhere in between those two numbers. It can't be rapidly spammed, but the cooldown, if you will, is short enough that it can be offset spammed. It's essentially shoot, wait a second, shoot again. The shotgun isn't as flashy as a rocket launcher, granted, but it will still be useful for this soldier. Alright, y'all probably know where this will go, but let's make it more fun and have Soldier's up special be Airstrike. Soldier pulls out his Airstrike rocket launcher, aiming it down at his feet, then fires to launch him into the air. The attack itself is weak, only dealing below average damage, but it will launch Soldier very high up into the air. You could even say he'll be taken higher, to a place where blind men see. Now granted, the move will deal some minor damage to Soldier himself, but it's nothing you should worry about till higher percents anyways. Theoretically, he has his gunboats on, he's ready to go. Oh, and get this, if you use the aerials minus the down air out of this special and land a hit, that move will have a higher chance of hitting a critical hit, as both a nod to the point of the Market Gardener and even the Trollager subclass. I told you, I did my research, ended up watching about a 5-hour long video of a guy playing Sniper. Stay tuned for that kit. Naturally, I had to include the rocket jumping in the moveset, and the Airstrike rocket launcher does that trick. Hey, you know how I said you'd have control over Soldier's playstyle? Yeah, this is what I meant. On the character selection screen, you'll be prompted to choose from 5 options. Whatever you choose will become the Soldier's down special. Whatever you want, it's yours, my friend. So without further ado, let's go over all 5 options. The most obvious option would be a buff, maybe even a buff banner.
A rage meter will be added to Soldier's HUD. After dealing about 90 total damage to opponents, you can activate the buff banner.
Upon activating, Soldier and all allies if you're on team battle will be given 10 seconds of mini crits, which is 35% more damage to every attack. So the math, if you're curious, is the OG damage of the original attack plus 35% of that. Here's an example on screen. Now the charge to the buff banner and its buffs will be reset upon dying. But let's say you'd rather have another recovery option. Well, then the base jumper will be good for that. Yeah, not just for the stage entrance. This will activate a parachute when used. It slows down Soldier's recovery speed, but it makes it more controllable. That said, the aerials will only do mini crits if you use the base jumper, not full crits. Okay, let's add some more chaos to the mix, and some more firepower too. If that's what you desire, then the Beggar's Bazooka is for you. This has a unique property, as you can hold it as Soldier loads up to 3 rockets. Upon release, he'll unleash them all at once at immense speeds and damage, though no big explosion radius to compensate. It does leave him vulnerable after use though. The rockets will go all over the place, but usually forward in some way. Now if you charge it for too long, it will overload and explode, damaging the Soldier, but also any opponents that are right up on him. But what if you want something more direct? Well, then the direct hit will do the job. When fired, the rocket will go insanely fast and deal more damage than his neutral special, but it needs some aiming to be effective. It also doesn't have a huge splash radius, meaning it can't hit more than one opponent usually. You gotta get really creative if you get it to hit too. But what about something more defensive? Well, the battalion's backup will do just that. A small rage meter is added to Soldier's HUD, like the buff banner. After dealing 100 damage to opponents, you can activate the banner. Upon activating it, Soldier and all allies on team battle are granted with 10 seconds of 35% damage resistance and heals about 15% of the player's health right at the beginning. It'll all reset after dying, just like the buff banner. Secondary arms will give you the ability to play Soldier however you like. Want something more offensive? Choose a rocket launcher. Defensive? The banners. Or if you just want to play it safe, the base jump. Outside of his down special, and that's just depending on how you look at it, Soldier's specials are not that difficult to learn, and the same can be said for Soldier as a whole. He'll be a little bit easier to pick up, but man will he be fun. But now we move on to Soldier's last stand, or rather his final smash. Now for Soldier's final smash, he's gonna do what he does best, fight on his own, but a lot of his own, for it will be one-man army. After unleashing the power of the smash ball, Soldier pulls out his grenades and throws them to the ground, catching any opponents that get hit by it. From there, it'll cut to a cinematic final smash, where the player Soldier blows the buff banner, and an army of soldiers come out of nowhere, attacking the opponents with literally everything they have. Rocket launchers, market gardeners, you name it. After it's all said and done, the game cuts back to the normal screen and Soldier gets ready to fight once again. Opponents over 120% that are caught in the final smash will be automatically KO'd. Overall, one-man army is going to show all the firepower and willingness to fight the Soldier truly has. And that does it for What If the Soldier Joined Smash Bros. Before we get into things here, we're going to back over here again. Once again, yes, again. I want to thank you once again to Emerald Phoenix 5868 right here. Don't know how I'm going to edit, we'll find out, for suggesting this moveset. Whoa! So, I'm going to harp on a point again. I really do think Team Fortress 2 is one of the most popular games ever. I don't think that's an understatement. I also want to say, I think it's one of the most important video games ever. Important and how? Internet, more than anything. Because of that, I do think we should get Team Fortress 2 in Smash Bros. I'm a little surprised we didn't get it in Ultimate, just a little bit. But I think if we get Smash 6, which I don't know if we're gonna get at this point. I don't know what's up with the Switch 2. That's got some nuts stuff going on. But if we do get Switch or Smash 2, Smash 6, or Smash Ultimate Deluxe or something, I can talk apparently, I do think Team Fortress 2 should get into the roster. Who's it going to be? Heavy. Place your bets in the comment section down below. It's going to be him. I really wouldn't care either way, because even if we did get someone else, at least it's fun to think about Soldier in Smash Bros. And if we got him in Smash, man, it'd be interesting. Would it be different than this? Probably. There's a bunch of different Soldier movesets on YouTube, which you should go check them all out. They're all very, very different from one another. And this one's just the most on crack. Bruh. And the only reason I say that is because I put as much weapons as I could in this moveset. I was researching Soldier Smash Kit on a whim one day at lunch at class. Like, I'm eating my lunch. Let's do the Soldier moveset, you know? Let's look at that. And I was just like, oh, goodness gracious, there's a lot to work with. I didn't even include the katana. I was going to, dang it. So there's a lot of potential for any of the TF2 mercs. That's the best part. To the point, I know I'm going to do more, and I say that with utmost confidence because I was like halfway done with the Soldier moveset when I started working on another and got them both done about the same time. So there's another TF2 merc sitting in the backlog waiting to go. Probably sometime this summer. And I'll do probably more. I don't know if I'll do the entire roster. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Because this game is really fun. I didn't get to play it because, again, this thing ain't gonna hold it. It barely holds Minecraft. But, well, I'll get to it one day. I promise you that. And we'll see who I main. Now, before we finish this off, I do want to hone it in and be a little bit more calm, chill, and serene with this. Researching this, one of the first things I learned was the timely and unfortunate passing of the voice actor for Soldier Rick May. Back in 2020, 5 years ago, he passed away due to, I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, unfortunately, but it was a sad moment, and it brought everyone together to honor him. And I really wanted to take this moment to actually honor him myself, because, like, I didn't play the game. I had no connection to the game until actually making this moveset, but it's like, he brought so much joy and heart and energy to the soldier, and that alone deserves praise. But as I've been told, he was such a good person too, and god damn it, shout out. You were a good one, real good son, maybe even the best. So I did want to take this moment to genuinely honor the voice actor and his legacy, and just want to say, genuinely, you did good, man. May you rest in peace. Well, let's go ahead and quickly finish this off. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that I have to say at the end of every outro to get people to engage and watch the videos, because I'm hoping one day one of these videos hits the 1K like Larry Boy did. If you want to see the entirety of the Smash Bros. Theory Kids series, there's going to be a playlist in the link down below. And, yeah, tune in next time to see what's up next. I know who's next, and oh boy, it's a little bit more on crack than this one. Just a little bit. Until then, I'll see y'all. Bye-bye!